Hello and welcome to this video on solving rational equations algebraically. Again, our objective is to solve rational equations algebraically, and this lesson is going to, or sorry, this video is going to focus specifically on kind of trinomial situations and then multiple terms on one side. So here we have a rational equation and we're asked to solve it and then check our solution. And the steps that we've learned before and applied before are exactly the same. So the first thing that we have to do in order to solve this is we have to get rid of the denominator. Now, how do we do that? Well, we have to identify our LCD. Now, sometimes in these problems, it's easier to identify our LCD because we don't have coefficients. But in order to do this, I have to have factors here that I can identify as shared, right? They're common. So what are they sharing, or what's left over? What do I also have to take remaining factors? So I have negative 3x plus 4, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to factor the denominator. X squared minus 7x plus 12. Well, this factors to be x minus 3, x minus 4. And this is equal to x plus 2 over x minus 3. Okay, I don't have anything to factor there. Plus 2 over x minus 4. All right, and here's where we identify, okay, what factors are shared. Well, I have x minus 3, and that's shared here. Okay, so that's one of my shared factors, x minus 3. And then I also have a x minus 4 that is shared. So that's also a shared factor. Notice there's nothing else left over, so in this case we don't have any remaining factors. So this is my LCD. Step 2 is to go ahead and multiply by the LCD to every single term. So I'll multiply this term by x minus 3, x minus 4, okay, over 1. I'll multiply this term by x minus 3, x minus 4, and I'll multiply this term by x minus 3 over x minus 4. Now, of course, both of these, right, are over 1, right, denominator 1, denominator 1. I'm squeezing it in here. So now we'll go ahead and reduce. X minus 3 cancels with this x minus 3. X minus 4 cancels with this x minus 4. And we have negative 3x plus 4 come down. Equals, okay, I have x minus 3 cancels with this x minus 3, which leaves us with x plus 2 times x minus 4. Okay. Plus, here I have x minus 4 cancels with this x minus 4, leaving me with a 2 and a x minus 3. Okay, now I'll go ahead and what I'll do is I'll just simplify this right side, okay, in order to solve. So I have to simplify. This is x squared minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 plus 2x minus 6. And again, all I did was just I FOILed here and I distributed here. Okay, and on this side, again, I still have negative 3x plus 4. And this becomes x squared, a negative 4x plus 2x plus 2x. All these guys cancel, so those terms disappear. And over here I have minus 14 with the negative 8 and negative 6. And on this side, I have negative 3x plus 4. Okay, so it's important to note that this is a quadratic equation, And how we solve quadratics is we set one side equal to 0 and then we factor. So I'll just add that in here, set equal to 0. That's supposed to be equals. And then factor. Okay, so I'll add 3x. And I'll subtract 4. So add 3x and I'll subtract 4. And what I get is 0 is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 18. Okay, and to solve this, I want to go ahead and factor. So what factors of 18 produce a positive 3? Well, that's 3 and 6, so x plus 6. X minus 3. Okay, this is equal to 0, which gives us, these are our two solutions. So I get x plus 6 equals 0, and I get x minus 3 equals 0, giving us x is equal to negative 6, x is equal to 3. Right? I subtracted 6 here, I added 3. So these are possible solutions. Possible. Okay? Now remember, in this step, step 4, you have to go ahead, you have to check your excluded values. Check excluded values. Because some of these answers, these solutions, they might not even be allowed in our domain. So I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to look at my LCD. X minus 3, this factor, x cannot be 3. If it is, then this denominator goes to 0, this denominator will go to 0. Also for this factor, x minus 4, x cannot be a positive 4. If it is, again, this goes to 0 and this goes to 0. So those are excluded values. They're not even allowed in our domain. So I'll check, does 3 or 4 appear in our solution set? And in this case, it does right here. X equals 3. This is extraneous. Okay, so I'm going to throw this answer out, and then this answer here is valid. Check. Okay, so our final answer, here's our solution. X equals negative 6. Okay, I hope you liked this example. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, even drop a wonderful comment below. Email me if you have a question. All right, thanks.